Hi everyone, and thank you so much for watching this video. Today I'm going to bring you my top 10 skincare favourites that come in under £10 per product, okay? I'm not calling it budget skincare because I think budget kind of tries to cheapen the terminology, and this is good quality skincare that I rely on the daily. I repurchase these all the time. They all come in under £10. They're just not products that I've picked off the shelf because they are under £10 and they've got a few good ingredients, so they must be okay. These are my tried and tested and some really good quality products under £10. A lot of my skincare tends to come in as well between 10 and 15. But I'm not stepping over £10. In fact, some of these are kind of more around the £8 kind of mark. But yeah, I just wanted to share because there's some really good products out there that do come in at cheaper prices. So it's pretty much affordable for quite a few of us. And it is stuff that works. There is absolutely no point buying a serum that comes in at like £4.99 because it's cheap, so you think, oh, that's fine, it's a serum, I'll use that, and then actually, you know what, you're putting it on your face, you don't feel that it's making any difference. Potentially it may be, but it may not be. These are products that I can see actually making a difference to my face within 1 or 2 applications. That's what I want to see. I want to see a product that's going to pack a punch for me, and with them all coming in under a tenner, I'm quids in, so I'm going to share with you. Okay, so I'm going to talk about each of the products as I would use them on my face. So I'm going to talk about the cleansing products first. And this one I love. It's from Simple and it's their hydrating cleansing oil. I've repurchased many of these. It removes your makeup with a non-greasy residue. It's beautiful and slippy. It doesn't feel thick and gloopy. I'm not saying oils potentially do that, but this one just feels nice and light as you massage it onto your skin. You know there's nothing aggravating in this product because there's no perfume, there's no parabens, it's just all natural products. There's no artificial colouring. It has got a scent to it that is quite a sort of a natural scent, and I just enjoy the process of massaging in an oil-based cleanser onto my skin. And you just wash it off and your face feels nice and fresh, and there's absolutely nothing bad that I can say about this cleanser. I will repurchase this one also as I am getting quite low, but it's just a good all-rounder, and you know you're just not going to aggravate any part of your skincare whilst cleansing. So that would be what I would go in with first, and then my second cleanse and choice for you today is this one from Superdrug. It's the Be Revealed. I don't know if you're going to see that, but it's their glycolic cleansing peel. Don't get scared by the word peel. It is by no means a peel that you leave on your face for 20 minutes and then wash it off and your skin gradually starts to fall off. It's nothing like that at all. It's got the glycolic in it, so it's kind of like an exfoliating and brightening product. I am a bit hit and miss with glycolic, and I will talk a little bit more about that with another product. But because this is a cleanser, you're obviously putting it on your skin. I'll show you. It's just like a cream lotion type. So you would massage that into your hands and rub it all over your face, but you're getting a really nice cleanse from it that smells really nice in a nice gentle scent. It's not heavily perfumed at all, and you would just rub it all over your face in nice gentle massaging movements and then just wash it off. You can use a cloth to do that, or you can just wash it off. I do find using a cloth for a cream cleanser is quite nice because you just feel like you're getting all of that last residue of the cleanser off as well. And I always think that my skin just feels lovely and fresh and clear and clean when using this product. I'm really enjoying it. This is a brand new one that I have ready when I've used up my other one. So I really enjoy that one from the Superdrug range, Be Revealed. Okay. So next I want to talk about, it's almost like a little bonus product, and I found it probably back at the beginning of the summer and really enjoy it. Again, this is a brand new one waiting for me to use once I've used up my previous one. And this is also from the Be Revealed Superdrug range. Weirdly, I don't know why, I just have found a couple of things in that range that I'm really enjoying at the moment. And this is the Brightening Fruit Acid Cleanser. Again, acid. You know, they do use some quite harsh words that might actually put some people off. But if you kind of know a little bit about skincare, you can read some of the ingredients on the back and kind of know what's going to work for you maybe and what's not, or do a little bit of research first when you get home. Anything like that is all going to help with you buying the right product for you. It doesn't matter if it's under a tenner. You don't want to be wasteful, and I don't like to think that I buy a product and then I'm unhappy with it and I just want to throw it away. I would never do that. If I didn't find that it worked on my face for any reason, I would just continue to use the product up by popping it on my chest or my neck or my arms or anything like that. I would just use it on my body so that I actually use up the product. But anyway, back to this one. This one's unusual in that it's a slightly different step for me to actually do, but I really enjoy it. So this kind of comes in after you've cleansed your face, and then I tend to, it's a more of a, I'll show you. It's more of a gel consistency, quite a thick, gloopy consistency there. And you would basically rub it between your hands and fingers and then smooth it onto your skin, kind of in that thick texture, and just sort of leave it. You don't massage it in, you just sort of make sure your whole skin is covered and then just leave it for 2 or 3 minutes. Go in and clean your teeth, do whatever, potter about, get in the shower, do the other bits, but keep your face obviously out of the water so that it is actually on your face for 2 or 3 minutes, and then just wash it off with warm water and it just washes away, no problem. There's no residue left on your skin, but it leaves your skin feeling brighter and fresher. There are a couple of ingredients. There's glycerin in here. Glycerin is in quite a lot of products anyway, and it's sort of a moisturizing agent. And I actually quite prefer it to be an ingredient in something that I'm using. I get on with it. I think I generally like the product if it's got glycerin in it, but most things tend to. I don't have overreactive skin. I think as I'm getting older, it's getting a little bit more sensitive, and I'm getting to learn a little bit more about it as it changes. But this just really keeps it fresh and clear. I don't use it every day. You can use it in the morning and you can use it at night, but I would probably use it 3 times a week sometimes just the 2, but I like to do sometimes between 2 and 3 times a week for it. And it's just a nice process. It's just that extra step that takes no time whatsoever, but you do see the results. There's lactic acid in here as well. And lactic acid is a little bit like an exfoliating toner like glycolic acid, which I'm going to mention a product next, which I'm kind of stepping back from a little bit and going into more lactic acid because I find it's a little bit more gentle on my skin. So that's why I think I really like it, because I see the effects. So I wanted to talk to you about it. Okay, so this next little product I have loved for years, but I have mentioned, if you've watched more than one of my videos about skincare, you'll probably know that I've mentioned a few times that it's not my best friend anymore. I like it still, which is why I'm showing you here in this video, because I think it is a very good product. It comes in, this size packaging comes in at £10. This is probably actually most expensive. If you buy the bigger one, I think it's 18. But I tend to buy this little one because, again, I am not using it every day. I like it in my collection and I will repurchase this one, but I'm sort of still only halfway. So I've got a little bit left to go. It's a glycolic toner. It's 5%, and basically you would swish it into a cotton round. Some people actually put it on a cotton round. Some people just drop the toner onto their hands and then massage it all into their skin. I've done both. You probably save product by popping it straight onto your hands because you're not wasting it, obviously, with it soaking into the cotton round. Still, either or, swish it on your face, morning and night use, no problem whatsoever. And my skin absolutely drank it up for a good 2 years. Just this last year, it's just started to maybe be a little bit harsher for my skin, which is why I mentioned the lactic acid in that previous product. I've kind of stepped back to using that one a little bit more regularly in a different form, but I can't put it in this video because the actual one I'm using is not under a tenner. It's not a lot more, but it's not under a tenner. But I want to mention it because I do still reach for it. It is really good for your pigmentation. It's really good for brightening your skin. And like I say, after using it regularly, on the daily for 2 years, I definitely noticed a difference. Obviously you've got to always follow up with any of these exfoliating and peels and things with SPF, because everything that you're doing, the good things to your skin, if you just go out in the sun and get any kind of sun on your skin, you're going to get that pigmentation come back. So you've got to look after yourself in the days following using some of these treatments. But it is such a nice toner, and I do reach for it maybe once a week now, that kind of way, but I use my lactic acid in its place, and I use that good 2 or 3 times a week. But I really like it, and I'm going to continue to use it because you definitely see results, and like I say, it's a tenner. So next would be a hyaluronic acid. Now this one is slightly more newer to me. It's from the Inky list. Again, this is the only item that I've actually used from this range. It's relatively new to Boots, and it's just creeping into stores down here in the southwest. I purchased this online though, but there's a tiny little collection in store at the moment. And it's basically a hyaluronic acid, and it's a facial serum. So it comes in a lovely little bottle like that. And hyaluronic acid is really good to keep the moisture. It acts basically so I've kind of done the steps of cleansing, then you've got your toner. Now this is where I would go with the serums. So after that stage, I would pop a little bit of this. It's just a clear little fluid, quite a bit thicker than some serums that can be a bit watery. So I quite like it because it feels a little bit more dense. Obviously pop that onto your face, and hyaluronic acid keeps your skin moisturized because it acts as an agent that's going to take everything from the products that you're going to put on top of it, and the water and moisture, and sort of puts it in your face basically. You know, that's not the scientific version, but that's how it works. It helps with moisturizing your skin basically, or keeping it hydrated, shall we say. So yeah, I really like this one. It applied really nicely. I've been using it. This is probably my newest product actually, so probably about 6 weeks. But as a hyaluronic acid, it made me step aside from using my previous one. This came in on top, and like I say, it's under a tenner, so it's a bargain because I'm really enjoying using it. Definitely going to repurchase it, but I would say this little bottle, because I kind of use it most days, but I have got other ones that I mix and match a little bit, this is going to last a good few months. So I think that's a really good buy, and you can see, and I like the application, but you can see that your skin feels nice and plump and fresh after using it. So next up, you would go in with a moisturizer, wouldn't you? And this would depend if you were in the morning or the night time. And again, I've got 2 from the same range, a different range. And again, you may have heard me talking about this range, but I really like it. So I'm gonna tell you about it even more. It's Your Good Skin, the range from Boots. This one, I've repurchased so many of these because it is so convenient for me on the daily to use this. It's their SPF antioxidant day cream, okay? The SPF is 30, which is absolutely adequate for me for 9 months of the year, shall we say. I think through sort of May, June, July, or even June, July, August is when we're at our hottest here in the UK, obviously. So I would step up to an SPF 50, which is another product altogether. But this one on the daily for me is absolutely fine. And I do work inside an office. I'm not sat next to a window, so my skin doesn't get that much of a look in through the week anyway with the sunshine. But it's just such a lovely product. It's so easy because that's your moisturizer, that's your last step in your day routine, and you know you're covered with SPF as well. Obviously, SPF is questionable out there about whether you're getting your full SPF ratio, as in 30 for this one. You know, you've got to put quite a lot of product and quite a thick layer to get that. I probably get more like 20, which is why when it's really hot and sunny and the weather is warmer, I will go in with a higher SPF anyway. But on the daily for me, this works really well, and it's just a non-aggravating moisturizer that my skin seems to love. It really reacts beautifully to this product. I've never had a reaction from anything in the Your Good Skin range, and I just find the products are just so Gentle is one word to use, because I don't want the aggravation. I don't want the blotches at the end of the day that, you know, haven't settled. I just find it just a real pleasure to actually use. There's green tea and vitamin C also in here. And I can't say anything bad about it. I'm probably on about my 4th. This is a new one that I'll be going into. This could be the 5th one. I've been using it 18 months easily now. Can't even remember, because it's just a staple. So then the next one, I would say, if we were at night, then this one would also be your good skin, and it's their Pro Vitamin Overnight Cream. Slightly smaller tube. I don't know why. This one's 50, that one's 75ml. And I really love this one because I do play around with quite a lot of products. You know, my skin sometimes loves a product, sometimes reacts to a product. So the last step I always want to put on my skin for the moisturizing process is a moisturizer that I just know is going to just calm everything down. It's going to take care of everything that I've put on underneath it. And that's what I get from this Pro Vitamin one. Again, this one's got green tea, vitamin C, E and B5 in it as well. It's just really soft and gentle and really kind to my skin. So they're both ride or die products, and I've repurchased this many a time as well. So now I'm just going to add in a couple of little additionals, because I've kind of gone through the whole cleansing and looking after your skin and what to put on it right through to the moisturizing side. So I'm going to sort of throw in, you know, a couple of little extras that we can do every so often. And again, back in the day, I've talked about this product, and this is from Superdrug, and it's their Naturally Radiant Glycolic Overnight Serum. I hear you say glycolic. You said to us just a minute ago you're not too keen, you don't sort of get on with this ingredient. Only in this form is it a little bit, I'm not going to say the word harsh, just a little bit aggravating at times to my skin. Whereas this little gem, this is an overnight peel, the Superdrug range, as I've just mentioned. This is just nice because A, the price point, we're obviously, that's a big bonus here, and B, it actually works. It's again a clear fluid. I'll give it, I don't think you need to shake it, but this is a new bottle, so I didn't want to come running out there. So it's a clear fluid like that, quite gloopy again, and you would just rub it in your hands after you've done all your serums. Before the moisturizer, I would do a few serums, whatever you would normally do, up to the sort of last layer of moisturizer, and then it's a little bit tacky now, so you know, as you're just rubbing it through your hands really quickly, and then just rub it all over your face, smear it all on, job done, go to bed. And then in the morning I wake up and my skin is just that freshness and clearness. There's like a clarity, like it's had 8 hours sleep, even if you've only had 5.5, you know? That's what I always get from this product. And it's just so nice. I mean, obviously the packaging is really tiny. This is 30ml, but the product is relatively cheap in that I can't remember how much it is. Obviously everything's going to be down in the description bar. I will have all the items listed and some links if you want to go and just check out and read a little bit more about the product. I'm also going to write a little blog post about this as well. It potentially will already be up when you're watching this video. So again, I've gone into a little bit more detail, but I've mentioned all of these products with pictures, you know, all of that niceness on a blog post. But I really, really enjoy it for the price point that it is, and the fact that you see results, again, reasonably quickly. I don't want to buy a product and just, you know, be using it a month and think, is this actually doing anything? I like to, after a couple of applications, think, I really like this. I'm enjoying it. And that's what I get from this one. So I will continue to do it. It awakens your skin with a natural glow and improves the skin tone and texture. Right, next I'm going to mention this one from L'Oreal, and it's a little clay, pure clay masks. They've got quite a lot in this range. I don't know how many, could be 5, could be 6, I don't know how many. This one is the Blemish Rescue Mask, and it's the one that's quite blue, as I'm sure you saw there. There you go. And I like it for the purpose that if I'm feeling a little bit blotchy, and I just need to sort my skin out because it's just a bit aggravated with something, I will just pop this on. Sometimes I multi-mask and put other masks in other areas and just put this in my T-zone maybe. Sometimes I will just literally splodge it on where I feel I want it and leave it on in that sense. Sometimes I put it all over my face. But every time I use it, it works. I wash it off and it's such a lovely smooth texture. It's almost like a pleasure to wash it off as well. It just feels so delightful on your skin, and you wash it off and your skin actually feels and looks a lot better than what it did 20 minutes before you put this on. It just calms everything down. It's a clay mask for blemishes, so I would expect it to show me results, and it does. So that's why it's in this video, because I want all of these products not just to be under a tenner, but to actually work, all right? So that's why I'm mentioning this one. Okay, so last but not least, and this isn't so much something that you put on your skin as a product, it's more of how you're washing your face. And I want to show you this. It's a pack of 3, but I have the pink one upstairs in the bathroom, and it was a little bit wet because I used it this morning, so I thought you didn't really need to see all 3. So I have 2 here in this packaging, and it's I picked these up from Primark, and they're the makeup cleansing cloths. They were $2.50 for 3 of these little microfiber, really soft little cloths. Like I say, the other one was pink. So we've got white, grey and pale, a nice pale pink. Now these are potentially meant to be used for literally dry, keeping them dry, and then just swooshing them all over your face to remove your makeup. I don't use them like that because I don't actually like to use that. I don't wash my face like that. I like to remove all of my makeup first. I don't want to swish it all about my face. I just like to take it all off first, then wash my face. Anyway, yeah, so the purpose of these for this video is just be careful how you actually remove all of your products from your face when you're cleansing or removing your makeup. It's nice to use a hot cloth with your cleanser, the little muslin cloths, they're really nice. Depending on where you've got them, they can be either really nice and soft or a little bit harsher, which can sort of give you that nice little exfoliation. That's nice occasionally. Also flannels is a big thing at the moment. Let's just start using flannels because they're washable and reusable and good for the environment, and that's really, really good. But again, I've tried lots of variations of flannels, from cheap-ish that are a little bit more exfoliating, a little bit harsh, to quite expensive ones that are a lot more softer. But even so, they're quite aggressive when you use them twice a day to wash off all your cleansers. And I seriously believe through the summer, I was using more flannels because I was thinking of the environment, and I really, really think that it aggravated my skin too much. So they've gone away, and I just wanted to buy a nice soft cloth which actually wouldn't aggravate. So these little microfiber cloths are perfect because they're so soft and delicate. So you just put them under the tap and get them nice and sort of warmish under the tap, and then remove off all your cleanser with them, and you're not aggravating your skin. I think it's really nice to do some kind of exfoliation with a cloth. So maybe occasionally you can do that, but if you're using some of these peels that I've mentioned and other ones that I do use, I've got to be a little bit careful, and I just think using a flannel twice a day was quite aggressive for my skin. So I do really, really love these. So if you found that and you think it's a product that you're using that's sort of, you know, aggravating your skin, and you've been using a flannel, just maybe step back from using the flannel and just wash your skin without using any sort of extra cloth, or try these and see how you get on. So anyway, I just wanted to mention them because I've been enjoying using these as part of my skincare routine. So that's me done. That's my 10 items I wanted to talk to you about. I love every single one of them. Have repurchased and will continue to do so. I think they really, really work, and the price range is pretty darn perfect. So I hope you've enjoyed. Like I say, I'll list everything down below in the description bar, and check out my blog post if you want to read up a little bit more about most of these products. They're all listed there, and I talk about them in a little bit more detail with some nice pictures. But anyway, all of that is down below. If you're still here and you've enjoyed this video, why don't you click the subscribe button before you disappear? Give it a little thumbs up if you wish. Leave me a comment, would be fab, and I'll always get back to you. Thank you so much for watching again, guys, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.